All right, welcome back. For anybody that's been keeping up with it, we are the queens that we raised, the 25 cells that we raised, they're all done with. We've used them all up. The one, if you've been keeping up with it, the one that I dropped did not, is the only one it didn't emerge, is the right word. So it didn't emerge, but we got them all used up. I used them. Every hive here should have a blue queen in it. So hoping that works out all right. We've kind of neglected some of these hives. I had a good friend, Wayne, he come by and bought 3 of them. I didn't think I was going to get used up anyway. But I put some in the production hives. I put some in my mini mating nukes, and I put some in the regular nukes. But anything that had anything but a blue queen in it got a new queen. So hopefully everything here's got a blue queen and we're all good. But I've kind of neglected some of these other hives, trying to get some of my production hives requeened. And it's a cooler evening. It's about a little after 6, probably 6:15. So we're going to go through a couple of these nukes and see if they're doing okay. Today is June the 19th. And this hive had a super seeder cell in it on the 4th. Which we're probably a little bit early, but we're going to check it out anyway. I'm hoping, since a lot of the bees have been out, that they won't be too bad, too mean today. Hopefully they'll be a little nicer than what they have been. We shall see. Ain't a whole lot in the top. Lots of honey. And I believe I'm seeing larvae in there. See if you can see it any better than I can see it. Yeah, I think that's milk brood down in there. So our super seeder cell came out, got mated, and started laying, so they're doing good. We'll look through these top frames. It's funny how you can kind of tell just by how hive's doing if they got a queen or not. If they look healthy, they're probably queen right. If they look like crap, they probably don't have a queen. This beekeeping is complicated stuff. I'd like to see her and get a blue dot on her if I could. One mistake I made this year is my blue marker is way too dark a color. It doesn't show up well. That frame's all full of honey, nectar. Oh, smoke is killing me. Yeah, it's mostly honey up there, but there is some milk brood and there's some fresh drawed wax. So that's good. I've had a lot of problems with queens making it back this year. So some of the hives, I guess it's pretty normal. It seems like you always got some that look good and some that don't. All you guys' videos that I watch seems to be close to the same thing. I think the nectar flow's fired back up. I don't know. It's hard to say. I've been kind of watching these jars, and they've been emptying them pretty quick. So usually that's a sign that there's not a nectar flow. But I think today was a good day for nectar flow, and the last few days has not been. This one we went through the other day, and it has a queen. It had a laying worker. That's another thing that's different this year. Is that some laying worker hives have been fixed, and I've been hearing some guys talk about laying worker hives being fixed by virgin queens or by putting queens in them. And that's the first time I've never really tried it, because I've always been told that you can't fix a laying worker hive, but maybe that's not true. Maybe we should work on fixing laying worker hives a little more. This one I hadn't been in. I took some nurse bees out last time. I put this honey super on there, just because I didn't think they would fill up a deep. They've definitely put some propolis on it. Since that one's wanting to come out anyway, we'll go ahead and take it out. We won't, we've had sugar water on here to try to help these get built up, so we won't try to extract anything off of this one. We'll overwinter it this way. I was just hoping to get some more, a little more size out of it before next year. And they've been packing it in. Let's go to the middle and see if they put any brood up here. They're filling all that up with honey. Bird combing that up. So they're just putting nectar in up here, no brood. I don't think it looked good. I don't think I'm gonna go down into the brood nest. Give them some space since I got that frame jacked up. Look at that nectar. There's a lot of fresh nectar coming in. Might have to put some more supers back on. That other one, this one here, yeah, we just looked at it the other day, so we don't need to look at it again. And then we'll check these two up here, I think. Let me look at them, see what they say. Released a virgin at the entrance on 6/18, so I'm not checking that one. Remove some nurse bees on 6/4 on this one, so we can check it. I peeked in here the other night and I seen this wax on top. Anytime they've got white wax on the top, they're doing pretty good. So you can kind of look and see. If I didn't have y'all along, you gotta have it looks like, yeah, it's got white wax full of bees. Everything is doing good, but we'll take a look in here. Anyways. That frame I hadn't done a whole lot with. We might move it inside. It's hard to know. You try to figure out when the flow is going to stop and then plan for that. That's a good empty frame. You can see that that white wax where they fixed a lot of this. I don't see any eggs in it. It's probably where I took out those nurse bees are still building back up from that. They'd be stronger if we hadn't have done it. This one's got some brood on it. All right, that brood there is where she's laid. Let's see if I can show you. She's laid this. She lays in a concentric circle, so this is what she's laid, and this has hatched out inside here. So she's come back and started laying this again. And they're starting to backfill some of that with nectar. That's another sign that we're getting a lot of nectar, because these empty cells are starting to backfill and putting nectar in it instead of brood. And she's laying a real good pattern. That's what you want to see. There again, you can see where she come around the outside, laid this right here, and then she started back on the inside. But you know, it's not always a bad queen when you've got a scattered pattern, because the reason that pattern is scattered is because they're backfilling nectar. They're putting nectar in there, and she ain't got room to lay. She's picking. She's cherry picking cells to lay in that don't have nectar in them. This one, she's laid on the outside and then come back on the inside and filled it back up. This time of year, you really got to watch how much brood you have in a hive, because they will swarm. Everybody thinks swarming's in the spring. It's in late June, early July too. We just don't see it because we're not usually out here. That frame ain't got a whole lot. It's got some pollen. So we'll put these back together. They're doing good. It's got the white wax. She's got room to lay. She's got plenty of brood, and she's got more room to lay. So she's got everything we want to see. See them have. But they'll be fine for winter, like that, and then they'll survive fine too. Those double nukes stacked up like that will survive fine for winter time, so they'll be good. We'll go down here and see if we can get in a couple more, see if we got any that we haven't yet. All right, this is another neglected hive here. We've been doing other stuff. They should be ready for another box. And if they are, we put one of them laying worker tops on them. Yeah, I think we could put a box on top of them, so I'm gonna get one of my laying worker hives where the queen didn't return and put on top of there. Some of my best hives that I've ever had are when I add these laying worker tops. As long as the laying worker bees don't outnumber the bees in your bottom, you're good, and they'll come up and they'll fix all that. But they needed that top. You can see there what they put all that burr wax on top of there. So they needed it, and I need to do something with this other box, because they're just going to be a waste for the wintertime. And this will make this hive a lot stronger. All right, since we seen that other one out there, it had a queen in it, I think from 6'4" too. This one, we saw a virgin queen on 6'2", so this one should have a queen in there too. I'm gonna check this one and then call it a night. Hopefully, maybe we can add a top to this one too. They get out here with that trimmer. Got a little bit of burr comb on there on top. A little bit full, as long as we got a queen in here. We'll find another box to go on top of them. Behave. All right, that's pollen. All right, I don't want to take all night finding out if they got a queen, so I'm gonna move over a couple of frames. Dang it. They're already acting weird toward my hands. They definitely got a bunch of honey. Yep, and they got brood too. Bunch of brood. There's a superseder cell in the middle, which we'll leave, but they got a good pattern. So they're in good shape, and it's perfect timing for adding another box because they're gonna be too full too quick. So we'll go ahead and get one added to these. So some of these hives that's been left out in our queen rearing process are needing a little attention, so it's good we get a couple of them taken care of anyway. Go down here and see if we can find a top box to take care of them. Oh, that's good. Ah, turd. Turd. All right, now I need a laying worker top. Ouch. Dang it. Get off of me. All right, here's a laying worker. Down here on the other end. I got the top glued down. Man, there's a bunch of bees too. That's one thing you want to be doing at this time of year is you got to find your laying workers first. I think a lot of people has them and don't know it. It's funny, the posts you see on Facebook, everybody wants to look at the outside of the hive, show you the outside of the hive, and ask what's going on the inside of the hive instead of just getting in them. You gotta, for the answers you seek inside the hive, you must peek. You gotta look in there. All right, so that's gonna help them a lot too. But yeah, you want to take your, everybody talks about taking winter losses in the fall, and this is the start. They're starting a little bit early and getting these hives ready for winter, because this is what they're going to need to make it through the winter. Virgin Queen is laying. This one, top box had a laying worker, but getting them ready for spring or for fall, taking your winter losses in the fall is really good for these hives, making it through the winter. A lot of times they don't make it through the winter because you had problems in the summer and into the fall and you just didn't know it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stop there. There's another one down there I'd like to check. Well, I think we're in pretty good shape for where we're at. Take care of some of our hives that we looked over and didn't, we've been neglecting them, or neglected hives. We got to look at them. So, get off. So yeah, we've helped them out, and then like I said, we got rid of some of our laying worker. We got rid of them and at the same time used the bees. So it's a help in a lot of ways. You can just let them go and they dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and are no good for nothing. But you put them on top of a good strong hive with a good strong queen, and you'll be surprised how strong that hive it is and looks in a few weeks. So got a lot of cat brood. I think everything's got a blue queen, so we're looking good. And I appreciate y'all watching. God bless y'all, and I'll see you on the next video.